Yes, it is I. Miss Tell It Like It Is 48 with the tea. Yes, with the tea. About to spill some tea. So, for all of my long-standing subscribers, thank you for staying with me for thus long. And for my new subscribers, thank you for coming aboard. Thank you for seeing my light and ringing that bell because, girl, you know I spill the 24-hour tea. Now, people have been asking me in my comments, why do you say 48 the tea? And the reason why I say 48 is because 48 hours. My videos are real time. They're like 48 hours. They're like, if it's not today, it's happening tomorrow. And it's ongoing. We keeping it moving. Okay? We having a trail of what's going on. So when it starts today, I keep it moving until the next day and the next day and the next day until it's been addressed, assessed, and fixed. So, you know when you put in a transfer for reasonable accommodation under medical reasons, NYCHA is like you got to send medical documents. I've sent every medical document to NYCHA. And every medical document that was sent to NYCHA has also been sent to lawyers. Because lawyers don't like to fiddle through things. They don't really like that. And neither does the judge. They don't like digging through stuff. So when NYCHA told the judge that they was going to put me into a hospitality unit, they purged the court. Yeah, they perjured the court because they didn't. They put me in a mold-saturated, mold-infested unit. And they continued. Now, my doctor, okay, my doctor who has been my primary care doctor long before my oldest son was even born, and he's 36. So now little Jacob comes along, and my doctor is like, you know, my oldest son is getting sick, my youngest son is getting sick, I'm getting sick, pneumonia in my lungs, in the hospital, so forth and so on. And these doctors has been writing letters, meaning my doctors, my son, my oldest son doctors, and my youngest son doctors, they have been writing letters to the New York City Housing Authority telling them, you need to get her out of that. You need to get them out of that uninhabitable situation over there. But apparently it's been brought to my attention that management has allegedly been shredding documents. They only are allowed to keep 6 months worth of documents in a residence file. So therefore, legal documents that stems as far back as 2010 has been shredded. Because according to 250 Broadway, legal documents are not supposed to have been shredded. And yes, I did ask. I asked a hearing officer and I asked your attorney, NYCHA. I said, are they allowed to shred legal documents? They was like, no. Who's shredding legal documents? I was like, Because the attorneys, your attorney was asking, why is Miss Collins' folder so thick with documentation and information? And we have like this. I said, because people are allegedly shredding documents. Okay? So, in terms of my medical, I'm going to show you something. Okay? And this is one of the many medical documents that my doctor has written. And when a doctor writes a letter, you need to listen. You need to be compliant. New York City Housing Authority, you need to stop playing with people's health. All right, let me show you something. Okay, you see this letter? This letter is dated July 19th, 2023. Okay, and you see what it's saying? It's under my care for the following diagnosis, bronchial asthma. I've never had asthma. Never until I moved into NYCHA. Never had the nosebleeds, never had any of that. And then you see what it says? Okay. So this doctor is saying to me, you need to go to a neurologist, because this is the second time I'm noticing, Ms. Collins, that your nerves, your something is causing you to swell. Something, because it's not high blood pressure, it's not any of that. Something is causing your nose to bleed. Yes, we know that it's mold. We already tested you positive for mold. We tested you positive for asbestos. We've tested you positive. Okay, documents here. As far as my blood work, high blood pressure, no, I don't have high blood pressure. No. So they sent me to the neurologist. Yeah. They sent me to the neurologist on this date. You see the medicine right here? You see the date of this medicine? Okay. Do you see what this doctor, this neurologist, right here, prescribed for me? Google it. And tell me what it says. The reason, what it treats. Tell me what it treats. Because this information right here, I took a snapshot of this, that. That's a prescription. This is the prescription. That's a prescription. And this is the doctor. I took a screenshot of all of these. Everything. And I sent it to lawyers. The same lawyers who represented me in 2010, 2015, and 2017. So why these lawyers is not? Because that's not how they operate. That's not how they operate. Because when when I'm ready for them to represent me, when I'm ready, they're waiting for me. Because they've been asking me, Ms. Collins, has there been any changes? Have you, what have they been doing? What has been done? What are they doing? I was like, they're still showing me molded apartments. So they was like, you mean that apartment that was just shown to you was recently? I said, yes, it was recently, and it was molded. They was like, okay. So now I get this from a neurologist. Okay. So with that being said, you need to pick your battles. Pick your battles.